Alrighty, guys. It is Tuesday, the 29th of June. We're going to be tackling a whiteout, another ice map. God, I'm loving these ice maps. This is a sequel to the one that happened to this one. I'd seen a screenshot of this one a while ago, whenever he was making it, and I was kind of waiting for it to come out. And boy, am I excited, because it's going to look pretty. It's going to probably be nice to play. It's ice. Already good. Change my camera. 46.5 is what I'm looking for. That's some fancy ice. Okay, so that's a... I kind of expected that to be a turnaround. Okay. Okay, get some nice turning going. This is probably going this way. Oh, wow, that's a steep downhill. Okay. Is this the finish? Yes, it is. Only a silver medal. Okay, well, clearly we have to do something. Okay. This first drift, much like the last one, is like just slow enough so that it's awkward. Probably wasn't the greatest. But I'm not too worried about it. Because right now it's just how well I can just do this track. There's a 0.75 improvement. Still not a gold, because gold is 49. Oh god. Can't take this first turn too deep on the inside. Okay. I like where this is going, because I can start this drift super early. Okay, don't try to do a drift there. It's just slow. That was not much of an improvement. Not even at gold yet, dude. Oh god. Oh, I'm high. Oh, wow. I was right up at the top there. Okay. I don't understand this turnaround, but we're gonna get there. uses the new water. I will say that I do believe this run was pretty good up until the end, so I think I can kind of use it as a reference. Except for this part, where I tried to do some fancy drifting. It didn't work. That time I touched the snow, so also bad, but we got the gold medal. What am I aiming for? A 46.5? Should still be good. Still think that my end was pretty bad. That was a much better turn. And don't go so high on this that you touch. I touched there. Let's go. Not much more improvement. What's the rest of the times? 43? Okay. Interesting. Okay. Crazy, there's still like a 3-second difference. No, don't go too high. Okay. I want to see. I just want to confirm. Yeah, that's the new water. I guess it's the new water texture. It's all animated. And this is the new water. Nice shallow pool. I was worried about the new water, because, like, in the maps that I make, I like the darker colored water. Like, I really don't like how blue this water is. But it's done very well at the start here. Like, this water looks dark. I think it's because the underneath of it is dark. So, what I really want in a map is this water texture. What is this? R? Why is there an R here? Is this the checkpoint? Interesting. Alright, let's go. Drive into water for GPS only. Oh. I'm not used to this camera. Yep. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it anyway. That didn't work. I'm gonna drive into water for GPS only, because I want to see what 46.07. Wait, so the best times are 43. Is there like a cut? 3 seconds faster. Maybe from that downhill, instead of doing this 180, you could just go straight into the finish, maybe? I actually don't know. Minimal steering input as possible because it slows you down. That was not great. super far behind. He definitely tries to do an ice drift at the end there. Just I need to place it better, I think. Okay. I did some extra erroneous steering inputs, so that's not the greatest. Oh, just straight through the snow. Oh, and I lost the gear. Thank God this ice track is super forgiving, just like the other one. And that you don't really, even if you're not as well versed in ice, you probably can do this with some level of speed. Which I think is nice. A nice lenient ice track is good. Gets people into ice without absolutely hating it. People who hate it are still gonna hate it. So that's how you do it. It's not really an ice slide, but it is like an ice turn. Oh my god, wow. He's in the US, YCAS is literally the next person above me. Let me watch this and see where the like 3 seconds is coming from. Just a tight turn there. Okay. Super tight. There's no shortcut. Just seems like good ice. Okay, I don't need the ghost. I think he turns in later, but just kind of does it tighter. Not like that, though. Definitely there's some sort of... Maybe don't do that. Not the greatest. Well, I will say. Okay. End wasn't the greatest. But we crossed the finish line with like a 0.8 improvement. There's the author medal. Let's go. Top 10. Let's go. Still far away from the 43, but, you know, we did a massive improvement. It's such a long drift. And then I ruined it. Gosh dang it. You definitely don't want to clip the snow. Pretty good. Okay. Oh, I didn't even get the slide. I definitely encourage maybe watching more of the inputs on the sort of the bottom right there. If you are struggling with how to ice, because it's such a weird surface, and I know that it can cause a lot of people some strife. I'm a big advocate for ice. I was super against ice when it came out, and then I had like a turnaround. Now I'm a huge fan of ice. So I'll kind of explain what I'm going through. That improvement. So you'll see that a lot of these turns, I'm trying to aim for specific lines. And with ice, it's a lot harder to get the specific line that you want because you're doing the ice slide. But managing it is a lot easier than it may seem. Basically, once you get in the ice slide, I'm sure if you've been wanting to get better at ice, this has been told to you a million times. It's what I was told, but it really, you know, I took it to heart, and it did really help. If you want to tighten the ice drift, you tap the brake, and I mean tap. Whenever I've told this to people, like my friends who I have tried Trackmania, when I tell it to them, you know, they're a little bit newer, they're not as familiar with the controls. They kind of, when I say tap, they just kind of hold the button down for quite a while. But you'll see with the inputs that I'm doing, you'll see that when I tap the brake to adjust my line, it's just for like the most short fraction of a second. Because all I want to do is just slightly rotate that back further forward, or like further away, I guess, from my camera. And then the opposite is the case with if you want to make the drift wider. If you want to make the drift if you want to lengthen the drift's arch, you just let go. And I mean let go for fractions of the time, like just the shortest amount of time. I would strongly recommend, if you don't already have it, having a separate button for braking, because pressing like an S, if you're using WASD, pressing S for a very short amount of time while you're doing something like this, or if you have a controllers I think by default are already set up to have a button that's kind of not the same as the one you're accelerating with. You definitely want to have some sort of external button that you brake with. It's really good for all scenarios, not just ice, but I think it's really key in ice because you can get that kind of fine control without worrying about what your acceleration hand is doing. Yeah, so, I mean, a lot of it is the good entry, and that kind of is harder to teach because entries into ice are weird and they're more what you learn to do. But I will say, like, once you get once you feel out, because I mean Trackmania, it's all about repetition. These tracks, I end up getting better at them over time as you watch whenever you see the video. So I end up getting the good lines down into my muscle memory, and so I can usually enter these ice slides with basically little correction needed. But you can see that, like, for some of these turns, I'm just using the brake tap to very slightly alter my path. Just tighten it up just a small amount, because my entry into the ice slide is probably good. I just need to clean it up a little bit. Also, letting up, very good way of getting out of an ice slide. If you want to get out of an ice slide and you don't have the time to slowly turn to the direction to straighten out, just let up. Letting up is probably the easiest way. It very much gets you out. It definitely gets you out of the ice slide. And I mean, but in this case, I don't mean letting up by like a very small amount of time. You just let up until you straighten out. It's really that easy. It's obviously going to take some practice, but I think ice, it's a great addition to Trackmania. And I'm so glad that there are so many ice tracks this month. It's helping me get better, helping the community get better. Oh, there's a weird gear. Fine, 0.6 of an improvement. We're at a 45 flat. Oh wow, it's gotten rid of the US. Now we're top 100 in the world. Where am I at even? Number 6 in the US. We still got 8 minutes. We're gonna go soup. We're gonna go soup. That's what we're gonna go do. We're gonna go soup. I started that turn. Well, I started that turn and didn't finish it, so I had to use the brake to rotate me into it, which is never good. It slows you down a ton whenever you do that. Yeah, and then another thing about ice, it's probably, if you're doing flat ice like this, you're definitely going to want to use, or at least keyboard has kind of an advantage, because the more you steer, the more you slow down on ice for who knows what reason. There are people who play this game with like a joystick for like flying games, and they actually just are way slower on ice because the fine control that they have with their joystick ends up meaning that they slow down a whole bunch due to the several steering inputs that the game is seeing. Like, honestly, keyboard is great because you push the key and there's only one steering input between 0 and you turning fully to one direction. Pretty fast. Ooh, I want to clip that apex there. That's definitely a key that I gathered from the #1 US replay. Oh my god, I went way too high there. Oh, I was way too early on that. Ever so light brake taps. And I'm gonna not even touch the steering going into this. I did a little bit. And I want to get really close to the outside edge so I can cut this one in. Clip that apex. Maybe clip that apex a little too hard. I don't know if I needed that brake tap. A weird deer. It was a 45.8. Those are all pretty great times, I'd say. They're not perfection, but I'm just using this track to be better at ice. Every track. I'm just trying to better myself at ice. It's interesting what they did to change the, like, ice is a lot more shiny now. Just interesting. Reflections are cool. Okay, 45.9. Whatever. I'm completing the track with relative ease. That's all that I need. Oh, that was so smooth. I'm a little slow on all the corners in general, though. Oh. Oh, I'm just barely out of the ice slide. And that results in a ton of speed loss. Okay, I pressed brake too many times there. Cut it in and then slowly come out of it. I'm surprised that made it. Nice. It was good. Some of these sections, I mean, I'm a second behind, but some of these sections I'm doing are very nice. Very well done. 46.4. We are probably going to have to call it here. It's getting to be about that time. But I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you all tomorrow. We will tackle whatever track happens to be the track of the day for that day. It's probably not going to be a nice track, but I hope I helped you or taught you something about ice that you didn't know, and you actually end up getting better because of it. Because I think ice gets a lot of unnecessary hate, and I want to see ice do well. Because it's super fun. I will see you all after this run. All right, later.